two.
All right, we have
I see.
six. So stand and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance
Allegiance
to
to the
flag
flag
The United
United
States
States of America,
to the
and
republic
to the
Republic,
and
which
which
stands
stands
one
one
nation
nation under
under
God,
God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
liberty
and justice
justice
for all.
Okay, welcome to the June 25th, 2026 Egg Harbor City Council meeting. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting. City Council was provided in the following manner. It's been posted on the Egg Harbor City Bulletin Board, posted on the Egg Harbor City website, and notice was sent to the Hamilton Gazette and the Atlantic City Times. Roll call, please.
Mayor Jim Petty,
Here.
Dovey,
Here.
Galloway,
Here.
Heist,
Here.
Hesse,
Here.
Keener,
Here.
Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz?
He's not coming tonight.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Sen?
Yes.
Timbers? Mr. Timbers was here. He's on his way. He's going to be joining. And Mr. Wright?
Here.
Okay.
Okay. Is there public on here? Does anyone wish to be heard from the public?
Hello?
On agenda items only?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Michelle. I'm at 509 Fifth Terrace. Item number 13 authorizes the submission of a grant application for the Moss Mill Road landfill. And I received information suggesting that environmental investigation activities may have already occurred at that site last year.
Ryan, are you on here? Ryan McGowan here?
I don't see
I
him.
could answer that. There's
Go ahead.
there's kind of different stages of these grants. So the initial one is what they call preliminary assessment. So that's kind of the first round. Then the second one is basically, I think they call it remedial investigation and site investigation. And then the third one is the actual remedial action. So this, I believe, is the second stage.
Okay. So were those were approved by the NJDEP? That's a
Yes,
question.
like to fund the grants. Yes, they were awarded from the DEP.
Okay. Well, was there any environmental borings, test pits, monitoring wells, or other subsurface investigations conducted at the landfill that penetrated or otherwise disturbed the landfill cap?
There is no cap on the landfill. Go ahead.
You want me? Yeah, sorry. Okay. So the environmental consultant who was doing the work got a landfill disruption permit from NJDEP. The landfill is not officially capped. As part of their investigations, they found that there's not sufficient cover. Usually, if the contaminants in landfill are not, considered to be too much of a concern, 2 feet of clean fill over the site is sufficient. And sometimes, if you do borings and you find that there's sufficient cover there, they'll actually just let you kind of leave it and then consider it covered. But from what I understand, for their investigations, there's portions where there's not 2 feet of cover, so they're going to have to go through and propose a closure plan, which will include a cap, which likely will be 2 feet of clean cover because there hasn't been very much identified. But they haven't just been, running around, poking around, hoping for the best. They did get a landfill disruption permit from NJDEP. They had a whole boring plan that was approved by DEP. And then DEP is funding it through the HDSRF grant funds.
Okay. And are those reports available online, or is that something that we have to submit an open public records request?
So the city is not even in receipt of all of that stuff yet. The city has entered into a redevelopment agreement with the redeveloper, and the redeveloper has hired a consultant to conduct this work. Since it's being done on city property, it's eligible for HDSRF grant funds, and we will get copies of all that, but the final reports and all are not yet available. I just had a call with the environmental consultant who's doing the vast majority of the work probably a week and a half or 2 weeks ago just to get an update. And they sent me an updated like groundwater flow direction map, just a schematic of the site, with some just basic information, sort of a quick summary. But final reports and all will all have to be provided to the city.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to be heard on any agenda items? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to number 5, which is approve the minutes. We don't have any. Is that right? Jackie?
Correct. Correct.
Okay,
They're not completed yet.
all right. So we'll skip that for tonight. Mayor's report, number 6.
Yes, I guess everyone knows that we got our new fire truck last night. It came into town escorted by the old Ladder 10 truck, and it was quite an event. Just a reminder that that fire truck was paid for through the sale of the water treatment plant. We did not take a loan out for that or anything. It was just what we committed to our fire department because our ladder truck was too old to be in service anymore. It wasn't a frivolous expenditure. It was a much needed expenditure according to the rules for fire trucks. Also, I would like to thank Gary Hess and Key Rec Organization for mulching the Kaboom Playground on Philadelphia Avenue. They spent $7,000 for mulch and had some volunteers doing some free labor. So it saved the city quite a lot of money, and I certainly appreciate all Gary does and Key Rec does for our community. Speaking of grants, I got an official letter from the EPA. We have a grant of $500,000 for a cooperative agreement for an assessment grant, and that will be for the old dump. Ryan, did you want to say anything else about that?
Yeah, so technically the grant includes phase 1 investigations of, I believe it's 10 sites, and phase 2 investigations of, I believe, 5 sites. So that the dump is the primary one, but it's really addressing sites all over town. And a phase 1 essentially just goes through the complete history of the site. And then a phase 2 usually does a little more like actual investigation type work.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
So yeah, that's a big win for the city. $500,000 to get a good handle on, where these sites are and try to get them back into productive reuse is it's obviously helpful.
Yep.
Oh, you started talking fast.
And we also got an NJDEP iBank grant, which Ryan will probably tell you a little more about too, for $2 million, which is great news to plan for redoing our waste things and things like that. And also, as we go into these streets and make those repairs, we will be able to repair the roads and have new roads also. Ryan, you want to go there?
Yeah, so the grant actually covers the planning and design of the replacement of pretty much all of the city's stormwater management infrastructure. So if you'll recall, in late 24, we started trying to use what's called clean water funds. The city is eligible for $3 million. That can be used for design, inspections, and construction. So we just awarded that project. We did lock in the FY26 funds. So the city will be eligible for another $3 million next year for construction and other related. But this is just planning and design. So we'll be able to get a handle on the entire system, run the calculations to figure out the hydraulics for the entire city, and redesign the entire system for the city. And then we can keep going back and applying for the clean water funds to actually, construct it. So, it'll be a lengthy process. It'll involve permitting. It'll involve essentially plans that are ready to bid to some degree. And then, as we get the clean water funds, we can move forward with construction of it. So it's huge because the city, I mean, we just talked about a pothole, I think 2 or 3 meetings ago, and that pothole is because one of the old pipes in the system that we're about to replace collapsed. So, these items are there, and it's not something anybody's thinking of, but it's a real cost to the city when stuff like that happens. Single repairs might be $15,000, $20,000. And, that only fixes one little spot. The other thousands of feet of the same pipe are in the same condition. And the old inlets that we had, those city style inlets, all of them were not compliant with the current MS4 requirements. The opening sizes are too big, so we're replacing all of those. So it's been a huge windfall for the city.
Mhm. And I'd like to thank R&B and especially Ryan for bringing that program to our attention several years ago. And we did try to get it a few years back, but I think we were a little late at the get-go. And so luckily we got it this year. So thank you, Ryan and R&B. Also, just a reminder that we did, because of Nanette's work with the heat island things and whatnot, we did get a shade structure grant for $50,000. And Jody and I and my husband were over there measuring for the shade cover. Anyone that visits the Kaboom Playground on Buffalo Avenue knows how hot it is. The sun is directly on that playground all day. And this will be a great help for the kids to have a nice shade structure over their playground. And we only have enough for one section, but hopefully we'll be able to apply for more. Also, just one thing else I'd like to bring up, that the fire department has requested that we look at streets for parking on, and the streets go sideways, if you know what I'm talking about. It's Arago, Beethoven, Camp, Claudius, blah, blah, blah. For parking on both sides of the road, they had recommended that we address some of the issues that are prevalent right now. So the council, the redevelopment committee and the highway committee met today. And we sort of talked about the streets that we really have to address right away that should not be parked on both sides so the fire trucks can get in the event there's an emergency. And there'll be more to come on that at the next meeting. Rick, did you want to talk any more about that, or Joe?
Well,
Good.
just to reiterate what you said, some of the streets, the east-west streets, when people park on both sides, it's very limited access. So there's a recommendation from the police chief on several blocks where we should aggressively enforce the existing ordinance that exists for parking only on one side of the street. So,
Thank you, Rick. And I don't have anything else other than we won't meet again until after July 4th. So happy July 4th to everyone, and happy 250 to the USA, our great country that we live in. Thank you.
You, Mayor. All right. 6A, our administrator, Jerry.
Thank you, Joe. This evening, I have a letter that I was asked to present from the construction official, Steve Buckhofer. The construction official is recommending Gus Morganetti as the acting building subcode. He has been working with us for several months, and on a part-time temporary basis, he's been working for us for several years now. He holds all of the required UCC licenses, and what Steve is recommending is that even though Brian Malazzo was hired for property code as well as UCC licensing, Steve is asking as the department head for the city to support his decision and recommendation to hire Gus Morganetti so that he has someone here with experience. When I spoke earlier with the council president about this, my feeling was that the city and the administration needs to support the department heads. The department heads are very experienced. In this case, Steve, I think, has 38 years experience in the building department, and it's as a construction official and a fire official. And so it's very important that the administration support their staff and the department head in their recommendation. So I have this on the as one of my items that I want to go over this evening. I'm not sure if there was a resolution to do this. There may have been in the past. So I don't know
Yeah,
where
add-on.
that is. Yeah, that's an add-on, Jack? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Can I
can,
make
so-
that motion?
I have something to say as the chair of code department.
Go ahead.
I'd like to table this issue so that the committee could review the current situation. Because I've not been privy to any developments regarding this matter since March. And this issue was only brought to my attention today at 3:30. So given these circumstances, I believe the committee should convene to discuss the matter before any decisions are made. And I make a motion to table this.
Well, I would say something before there's a second that we don't really have time to do that because DCA only allows temporary employees to run the subcode position. And we are at the end of that time frame, which is very short.
Yeah.
And he can't be a temporary employee. It has to be someone that is appointed to the position. So that was Mr. Buckhopper's statement to me that this has been, there was and we can't talk about personalities or people here. We have to talk about the position itself. So it's something that we need, or we're going to have trouble with DCA. And,
my concern with this is there was no notice whatsoever to discuss this with Steve or anyone between the committee, that I really feel that we need the time, because had he have known this before, I'm guessing he's known this for a while. Jerry, have you known this for quite a while that this had to be done? Because we knew that Brian had to take the tests.
He did, Kim, and he passed it. So he is certified now to be the building inspector. But I received this letter earlier today, and it's always been my position that a department head, especially those of us with a lot of experience, should take the recommendation of the building department or the department head very seriously. But I only received this letter earlier today from Joseph.
not only that, the person that we're talking about that passed the test doesn't actually have a license at this point. So we can't appoint anyone else at this point. And Gus has been doing a great job for us from what Steve tells us. So
He actually has, as a preliminary license, he's had it. He passed everything except for, he had to take 2 tests, which you said he had taken in May. And he's just waiting for that license.
Doesn't have a license from DCA at this
Hold on. We have, there's 2 motions on the table right now, and neither one's been seconded. Committeewoman Galloway made a motion to to walk on the resolution, and Committeewoman Hess then made a motion to table. So if there needs to be if there's no second, both motions fail. So
I'm going to second Ms. Galloway's motion.
okay. Now there can be discussion, and now there's Councilwoman Hesse's motion to table is on without a second.
I have a question. Can I ask a question first?
Yeah, now that there's yes, absolutely.
Okay. My question is this, Brian, he's a temporary employee. He wasn't hired on as a permanent position to do this job, or was he given the assumption that if he got his licenses, this was going to become his position?
He was hired as a permanent part-time employee.
And
But was he told to get these licenses and then it would become his permanent position? Go ahead, Kim, please answer me.
Yes. As a matter of fact, in Brian Malazzo's position, what we actually signed on was the resolution basically said that Brian would be code enforcement officer and then the acting head of the department under the supervision of the construction official. And so that was providing, that he got his license. Yes, providing that he got his license.
Yeah.
Yes, and he had until I thought August it was to get the license. So he was under that impression, as far as I know. But everything ended with me in March, so I don't know what anybody actually said to him.
You can't have a temporary person in that position for that longer period of time. So that's what the problem is right now. That's why Steve is recommending this and move forward We have a qualified person who's been with us for a while now, and he's done a good job. And
So basically, this Brian went and got his licenses, and now he did all that, and
he don't have a license right now.
he just
the
passed all the
test.
tests to have the license.
He don't
Correct?
have
So the license isn't, it's in the process of becoming an official license. If you pass the test, it
I don't-
becomes in the process.
I don't know what the holdup is. He passed the test the end of
Hey,
April, May, I think, end of May.
Okay,
So I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
second
what's
the
going on.
I'm gonna second the table of Councilwoman Hess, because I believe that there's a mix-up, and I don't believe this is fair to this young man who came to work for us, was told that this is going to be his position, and now it's being ripped out from under it. And what I also don't believe is fair is decisions are being made before they're taken to the committees. If we're a committee-run government, someone makes the suggestion, it then goes to the committee, it's discussed among the committee. If the committee agrees, then it comes to council. That's not happening lately. That didn't happen with this, and it
Okay,
didn't
there-
happen with something else
There
that's
is a
on the agenda
motion
for
to
this evening.
table.
There's a
Motion
motion.
to table takes precedent,
There
so
needs to be a vote.
there needs to be a vote. We'll do a roll call vote, please.
we voting on,
We're
Motion to
voting on
table.
to table this or not.
okay,
Ask Chris what the motion.
motion
Chris,
table
what is the motion?
to table.
Motion to table is up for
Okay.
vote.
Okay, are we ready for roll call?
Go ahead.
All right, Dovey,
No,
Galloway,
No,
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
No,
Sen,
Negative.
Timbers,
No.
and Wright.
Yes.
okay, so table does not pass. What was the vote? 5-3?
5-4.
5-4, okay. So there is a motion, and it was seconded by me, by Miss Galloway, made the motion. Let's take a roll call vote on that too.
Dovey,
yes,
Galloway,
yes,
Heist,
No.
Hesse,
No.
Keener,
Yes,
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
No.
okay, motion passes, and Mr. What's his last name?
Morganti.
Morganti
Morganti.
is now our building subcode official.
Very good.
empty.
Thank you. Thank you. Ed.
Thank you.
Who's his name?
Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll have comments at the end also. So now we'll get into committee chair reports.
Mhm.
So we'll start with Mr. Wright.
Nothing right now. I mean, we got football practice going on as we speak. But other than that, nope.
All right, thank you. Mr. Timbers?
Nothing.
Okay. Mr. Sen?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Is Mr. Ortiz here yet? Or he's not coming?
He's not going.
I'm coming.
Ms. Hesse?
Nothing for either.
Ms. Heist?
Nothing.
Ms. Galloway?
I got a few things. Preserving the Harvest is going to be delayed until July 11th at 10 a.m. at City Hall. I wanted to thank Jerry for his time as arborist. He did a fabulous job. We didn't always agree, but we always worked things out to the betterment of the city. So I really appreciate all your help and expertise.
Thank you.
There was some confusion over deadlines for the submission of the arborist proposal. And there were 2 dates put out there. We received responses for 2 separate dates. So we think that to be fair to the bidders and hopefully find additional bids, that we should advertise and accept bids on, I think it was 10 a.m. July 15th. So I guess that should be, does that have to be in the form of a motion?
We only need a resolution to reject.
Okay, so I make that resolution to reject the bids and re-advertise.
So there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second,
Questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. So,
I just wanted to, I'm sure everybody's aware of this, but the severe drought. And I wanted to ask the public to be mindful of if they had a new tree in the last couple of years, to make sure that it's watered. Some of them are starting to get a little brown and the leaves are dropping. So that they need water. It's basically what it is. And to also be very careful for the 4th of July with fireworks. Could very easily start a fire because it's just so dry out there. The ground's ready to crack. And I wanted to remind the residents of Egg Harbor City, if they're listening, that they are required by ordinance to remove the trash and recycling containers from the terraces. Some alleys are really difficult to get down because these buckets are in the middle of the road. So please put them back on your property 5 feet from the pavement. The newsletter should go out on the 1st. So if anybody has any information for the newsletter, please get it to me by the weekend so I could work on it over the weekend. And congratulations to the fire department on their spiffy new ladder 10. That's it.
Can I add something to Nanette?
Yes.
We do have the tree bags, Nanette, that we got when we got the first round of trees. If anybody wants those, they can call City Hall, put their name and address, and I'd be happy to deliver it to them.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. I didn't know where they were, but
Where are they?
Well, they were in the old water treatment plant, and then I believe I moved them to Public Works. I'll have to check. But we have a whole box.
A box of them, yeah. Okay, great. I need a donut-shaped one, so.
Yeah, we have a lot of donuts. They're not too popular.
I just have a comment for Miss Galloway. The trees might be suffering, all the trees out there, but the 2 that you put in front of my house, it's growing like a weed. And
they're beautiful.
It's getting bigger and bigger. My house is going to be covered soon. So,
yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And we found out those trees are on the invasive species list, so we can't plant any more of them.
They're the nicest trees ever.
I know.
And I just wanted to let you know, Nanette, that all my events are posted on Facebook.
Okay,
If you have any questions, let me know.
Nanette, what are they? What are they? What are they?
The Zelkovas.
Zelkovas. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dovey?
I really don't have any report other than it's been very busy. The limited staff in Public Works have done a terrific job over the last several weeks. A number of things have been accomplished, and I want to thank everyone who's been involved in that. There are 4 resolutions on tonight's agenda that are Public Works or related. One is the grant application for the municipal aid paving from the state. Number 15, of course, there's a change order, which is not any significance of supplemental work and reduction. Number 16 for the Buffalo Avenue paving. And we also have the resolution authorizing hiring through JPM a 3-month temporary public works supervisor director. And there's also authorizing Remington and Vernon to design services for the iBank improvements for stormwater. That's it.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Dovey. I just have one thing I want to say. I had a situation this week where a resident or an out-of-town resident called and complained about something that happened to him at the lake when he was checking in. And I called the guy, or the guy called me and told me the whole story. I contacted the mayor. and asked her how we should handle it. She forwarded it to Renault. And I have to tell you, the response that we got from Renault and how they handled the situation was fantastic. They were professional, they were detailed, and they solved it. Where the person that had come to the lake and had the problem actually invited the two people that run the lake now to come and have dinner with them at their picnic table that they rented. So they handled it very well, and it was a nice thing to see. So, you know, we've had issues, you know, with the whole campground thing and all that, but Renault is a great partner, and I think it's going to be a good thing going forward with the campground and the lake. So, all right, that's all I have. Go to the chief of police.
Hello, everyone.
Where's
sure
your
you
palm
didn't-
tree?
What's that?
Where's your palm
I should have
tree?
pumped it, right?
She looks relaxed though.
Yeah, well, front
Sure.
porch life is great. So, I was not at the last meeting. I believe the mayor gave the report. So since then, we've had quite a few officers in different trainings, some mandatory, actually all of them mandatory. So we had one officer do a Finding Words refresher course. Finding Words is a specific course that is required anytime you interview a child 12 years old or under. It's specifically so that there are no leading questions or any kind of interference with the children. So we had one officer go to that. We have one officer go to a 2-week Crash 2 course. That is an intensive course that requires lots of math skills so that we can appropriately investigate crashes. Legal updates. Every year we are required by the Attorney General to go to legal updates. 2 officers went to the actual class presented by the Atlanta County prosecutors. Everyone else will have access to that and the PowerPoint presentation on our Power DMS system, which is an in-house document system that we can put out to everybody. Another mandated, unfunded mandate that we have to do is what is called an active killer training, which is basically an active shooter training. The Atlanta County Prosecutor's Office put on, from what I'm hearing from all of the officers and throughout the county, an incredible training at the Fusion Church in Egg Harbor Township. Very realistic, very intense. So 10 of our officers went through that. We had one officer go through a crisis negotiation training that is a monthly thing. We had 2 officers that had to be Alcatest recertified. So we've had lots of training this month, or the last few weeks, actually, just 2 weeks. I spent the last few days at the annual conference for the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. Got some very good information from a retired chief from Ferguson, Missouri, who was there when dealing with the ramifications of the George Floyd killings in Minneapolis, completely different city, but Ferguson went wild. And then also a prosecutor who was a prosecutor for the city of Minneapolis during the George Floyd issue. So lots of great information that the police department is getting. Some numbers for you from the last few weeks. We've had 4 burglaries, 1 fraud case, 10 thefts, lots of shopliftings. We seem to have somebody new in town who is stealing stuff from folks. We have a good handle on that and a lead on who that is. So hopefully that will be rectified very shortly. 6 motor vehicle accidents, 17 traffic stops. Only 3 summonses issued. Again, we've had lots of officers in training, so we're running on minimums for those days. We've had 7 arrests, 5 business alarms, 2 residential alarms, 56 crime prevention activities, 1 criminal mischief call, 10 domestics, 22 EMS incidents, 4 follow-up calls, 577 property checks, and 11 public service calls. That's about all I have for you. Any questions, concerns?
Excuse me, what's a property check?
So basically what we do is we go and we look at the places. So a property check of the lake, as we drive through the lake, make sure nobody's doing donuts in the parking lot, make sure nobody's trying to get into the the bathrooms or the concession stands. So we will go and do property checks at various locations. Harbor Plaza, so where Incolingas is, making sure that nobody's trying to get into different places, doing any kind of damage. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I did have a question. What are you expecting from the e-bike regulations?
Well, we just got some more information from the Attorney General's office, along with information from the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. We're going through that. There has not been very much guidance with that. I have had issues with folks saying that insurance companies will not cover them. So now that you need to have a license and to have registration, you can't register your e-bikes without insurance. So those are issues that we're running with. We are very different than the shore towns that you typically cover in terms of what the issues are with our e-bikes. Many of our e-bike riders are using it because they cannot afford to have a vehicle and need to get to some places of employment. So it had been an affordable and a reasonable way to get to some place to get to employment. Whereas the shore towns, it's more recreational. So we, as a Chiefs Association for Atlantic County, are talking about how we address these things in our various ways. I'll call it like it is. I see it as a money grab by the state for registration and insurance to register these. And it is marginalizing folks who are already marginalized. However, we will go ahead and utilize what we have in terms of the ordinances with title or the Title 39 stuff that we already have in place to go ahead and enforce what we can.
Okay. Thank you.
Anybody else for the chief? Okay, there was one thing that I forgot to bring up under my report was also to do with the lake. I got a call about a month or so ago from the people running it with Renault that they had a woman that was wanting to rent the pavilion for 4th of July. And Christopher, the guy there, noticed that there's a plaque at the bottom of the flagpole in front of the pavilion, on the pavilion side. And it says there's a time capsule underneath that plaque that is to be opened 50 years from when it was placed, which would be July 4th. It was placed in 1976. So it should be opened July 4th, 2026. So he said he wouldn't rent the pavilion if there was a plan to open that time capsule. So I took it upon myself and I called some people I knew from the Masons and the Knights of Columbus who did that. And they were not fully aware of the fact that there was a time capsule there because 50 years, a lot of the members that put it in are gone. And however, they did say that they were going to start a conversation between what's left of the Knights of Columbus, who merged with Mays Landing, I believe, and the Masons, who are still very active, to put together some kind of program. It won't happen on the 4th of July, but it will happen. And they're going to work together to try to come up with a plan that will include the city, will be part of it, and open that time capsule sometime, hopefully in the summer, where we can give people a lot of notice to come out and look if they're interested. I did hear yesterday or today that there were some residents that wanted to take it upon themselves to go in and dig it up and open it on the 4th of July. And we want to put the word out that that is city property. And we are working with the organizations that put it there and who built the pavilion after the old pavilion burnt down. And hopefully those two organizations will come up with a nice plan to have an event there where it can be opened properly and everyone can be notified prior to it. So I ask anybody that has an inkling to go out there and dig it up and try to open it, not to do that. And Chief, if you would keep an eye on it somehow, that would be appreciated.
Joe, Johnny Rupp also reached out to me about that. Apparently, his father was the one that cemented the time capsule, so I
He'll
think
never get it out then.
they're going to collaborate
It's in there pretty hard.
with
It'd
the
be tough to
American.
dig up.
Yeah, I think they're going to collaborate with the American Legion or something to try to figure it out.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Be
So
nice to do some kind of a party fundraiser there where those organizations could, sell tickets, maybe raise some funds for their groups. It'd be nice.
Okay, I just wanted to put that out there.
Mayor
Number
Keener,
yes.
Council President Keener. So, yes, we will continue to keep an eye. I did see the post out there about the time capsule. I was out at the lake and did have an opportunity to speak with the two managers, Chrissy and Chris. They did express the same thing that you had talked about with the specific complaint that they got. I too have gotten feedback that folks are very happy with what's going on out at the lake. So, and I, as the police chief, have been very happy that our calls for service so far, although it's only been a few days where the lake has been open full time, we have had very few calls for service, if any, out there. So that's a positive thing. So I think it's a good thing that we are partnering with Renault. One final thing that I would like to say is that, Jerry, I believe this is your last council meeting. So I wish you well with whatever
Thank
it is
you.
that you do.
Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Chief, very much.
But yeah, so I'm still waiting for you to cut that one tree down. But
Yes, I know.
but
He doesn't
Still time.
actually do
Still
the
time.
cutting, so.
It's where
no,
it's
I'm waiting for him to cut this tree down.
yeah.
But
Nan- Nanette already said we don't agree all the time, she and I. So there's one of those. But we'll take a look at it before I leave.
I've got a chainsaw. But just busting chops. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
That's all I have, Council President.
Okay, thank you. Number 9, CFO.
I don't have anything. Jerry, just want to wish you good luck, and it has been nice working with you.
Same here. Thank you, Jody.
And, number 10, city clerk report.
I have nothing.
Okay. Number 11, city attorney.
I have nothing, thanks.
Okay. And our favorite person in engineering, Brian McGowan.
I mean only, but I
Yeah.
appreciate favorite too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go through. We got preliminary notice from DCA that they're going to allow the funds that were originally intended for the path around the lake to be reallocated to the bathrooms and concession stand. I just got a notice from Franca from Triad a couple hours ago. So she said there's still some direction that we need from DCA for exactly how that's going to work out, but we at least got a preliminary indication, so that's a good start. We're still working to get the bathroom out to bid for that. The utility upgrades, we're working on bid documents to be able to bid that out now to install that in the fall. The electrical was awarded, so that'll be starting in the fall. Our city hall improvements are unfortunately a little behind schedule, as we can all tell sitting on Zoom. We had some issues with the railing and the way the railing lays out on that dais. So I'm still trying to work through that. They're making progress on the bathrooms. I understand they got the service counter windows in. I believe that was today or yesterday. So I haven't been there to see them yet, but I know they're making progress there. So
They look nice.
the bathrooms, how things look so far, Jackie?
They look nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Good initial report. So the only active stuff would be the iBank Stormwater project. We got our concurrence from iBank, so we are locked in. I believe we closed on the loan yesterday. So that means you're locked in with the FY26 money, and we can go after the FY27 money to do another $3 million of stormwater replacement for this upcoming year. So we'll be putting in a proposal for that for next month's meeting, so we can get started as soon as possible. I would have done it for this meeting, but I don't think technically we can start until after July 1st. So we kind of had to wait for that to happen. East Wing Street, we're still waiting on approval from DOT. I think I covered last meeting, we had some correspondence with DOT. Apparently there was a mix up on their end, so they're trying to sort that out. The senior center AD improvements, we're expecting to have plans and specs to go to DCA in July for their review and hopefully approval, so we can get that bid and get that work started. Camp from Bremen to Antwerp and Berger from Buffalo to Cincinnati. The design for that is almost complete. It's actually on my desk for review. So I'm hoping to wrap that up, and we expect to send that to DOT for approval to bid in July. The KERAC field work, we were moving along. We went to do soil borings and found with Gary's help that there was a lot of electrical and sprinkler lines in an area we were planning on potentially doing some underground drainage. So I need to meet with him out there and try to pick out an area that we think could work sort of between the nest of stuff that's out there already. So I got to schedule that with him. The brownfields redevelopment areas, as the mayor noted earlier, the city received another $500,000 for brownfield investigation work. So that's a big win. That just helps you understand what you have and, remove some impediments to getting those properties back into productive reuse. The 2026 iBank Planning and Design Grant, we also got confirmation on that. That's the $2 million. Getting locked into FY26 funding was a big deal because you're eligible for another $2 million next year. So we'll regroup with the committee and figure out if we have another project that would be eligible for that. And then, last thing I had was the FY27 clean water money. So we're going to target additional replacements. I would think will be Berger Street and a little bit more on Agro Street. Just direct replacements is kind of what we have to target because the timeline won't really permit us to go out and get permits for full reconstructions. So that will be what we address in the planning and design funding, the $2 million in actual design. You can go through permitting processes and get all that. And then hopefully in 2028, we'll be able to use the FY28 funds to actually construct the stuff that we designed as part of this initial round. Only one other update, the county sent out a letter to all to the city, to other stakeholders, that they're getting ready to start their paving project on Philadelphia Avenue. I think it said in the winter of 26. So presumably like November or so, they'll start construction. They'll probably pave it in the spring. So that lines up with what we had been told preliminarily, but it was good to get confirmation in writing that they're still on track there. So that's, I think they were talking about awarding a contract in September, which would lead them to start construction probably, a few months after that.
Okay.
So do you think that'll be this year? Or
I think they'll start some of the work this year. I don't know that they'll do the paving this year. It's going to depend on the weather.
Okay, because I was concerned about the striping of the road, and we're going to have to pass ordinances to put the EV charging station in. I don't know if they're aware of that.
Yeah, I believe we were in communication with them about that a while ago. They're doing. Sorry.
Oh, we lost you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. We have they're doing some of the EV charging stations, I believe, over at the transit station. And then the ones that we had on Philadelphia Avenue, we had communicated with the county, at least preliminarily. I don't know if agreements got finalized or not. So we'll have to pick that back up and make sure. I believe most of the work that we were doing was behind the curb line, so I don't know that the repaving would have a significant impact. But we want to make sure before we pave.
They have to stripe the road and put the symbols in for EVs, and we'll also have to pass an ordinance that you can't park there unless you're charging your vehicle.
Right, you have to designate them. I believe it's green striping that goes down to accommodate.
Yeah, right. So, but they should be aware of that, so we don't want to have them to come back a second time and do it. So
yeah, it doesn't striping.
The BPU to give us the money to do it, because I don't know what the hell happened. But that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it seems to be in a state of limbo at the moment, but
yeah,
it would be nice to get it moved forward and get it to the finish line.
Ryan, I had two questions.
Sure.
First I wanted to say thank you. The sidewalk is in on Beethoven Avenue and Boston over there by the Moravian Church. That looks great.
Good.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you, in that same area on Beethoven Avenue, it would be there's black wire, and it has been hanging there for the longest time, and it's on the north side of the street. Would that be cable on the north side of the street? Do you know?
So there's a couple of possibilities. If it's been hanging for any period of time, it's not Atlantic City Electric because they
Yeah, I
would be out
figured
there
that.
fixing it immediately.
Yeah.
It's probably either Verizon with their old like terrestrial landline service, the copper wiring, or Comcast with their service. So
It's
it's
black.
possible. It's either of them would be wrapped in like a black
Oh,
coating,
okay.
but it's hard without getting eyes on it. It's hard to know which one it would be. So, but
It's-
next time I'm in town, I can get out and take a look and notify the proper utility company.
Yeah, because it's been there for quite some time now, and there's quite a bit of it. I mean, it's in in circles.
Well, yeah, a lot of times they'll leave like a coil somewhere so that they have the ability to extend it later, and sometimes those come undone, and then you end up with just a giant mess hanging down. So maybe that's a possibility.
Probably. Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else, Ryan?
Unless somebody else has any other questions.
Anything else? All right, seeing none, we'll go to number 13. It's a resolution acknowledging and approving the completion and submittal of an application to the New Jersey EDA for the award of the HDSRF grant in the amount of $120,143 for Moss Mill Road landfill, SI and RI. Motion?
Second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Any questions on the motion? Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Okay,
Mr. Wright?
He's playing football.
Resolution passes.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
just
number-
mark it as an abstention.
Yeah. All right. Resolution number 14 on the agenda, authorizing the use of the Internal Revenue Service 2026 standard business mileage.
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Questions? What is the rate? Do you know, Jody?
Hold
What
on,
is the
let
rate?
me, sorry, I don't have the resolution in front. Jackie, do you have that in
Yeah,
front of
it's
you by
supposed to be
hand?
set at 72.5 cents per mile.
Okay.
Thanks,
Roll
Jackie.
call, please.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes. Number 15, resolution authorizing Remington and Burnick to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey DOT for the fiscal year 2027 municipal aid.
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there questions? Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Okay, that resolution passes. 16, resolution change order number 1, NJDOT fiscal year 2024, reconstruction of Buffalo Avenue supplemental work and reduction. Reduction sounds like a good word. in
Yeah, it's a
some-
lot.
It's actually a $0 change order, I believe, right?
Okay,
Oh, I think it was 1,000.
is there a motion?
Make a
I'll
motion.
make the motion.
All right. Motion
Second.
has been made and seconded. Questions on the motion? Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist, Miss Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 17 is a resolution to renew the EMS agreement with Galloway Township EMS for 4 years.
Motion.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll second that.
motion has been made and seconded. Is there questions?
Just
Roll
have one
call, please.
question. What
Go
was
ahead.
it this past year? I see what it is this
Uh,
year and the other years. I know it's
5% more
55.
than what it was.
So it's
It was
always
5
been 5% prior, like 25?
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 18, resolution to refund 2026 second quarter property taxes due to a 100% disabled veteran, status case 2026-04 for $1,545.26.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Questions? Roll call? Oh, no, roll call.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 19, resolution authorizing the refund of a $150 tree removal permit fee.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Questions? Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright. Mr. Wright?
Resolution.
Mr. Wright?
Okay, resolution passes. Number 20 is a resolution for plenary retail consumption licenses. Joe Daz Beverage LLC, Gennaro's, that's who that is. NAFA Incorporated, Harbor Diner. And
So are these liquor licenses?
Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
I have a page. Yeah, that's it. So those two. Is there a motion?
Make the motion.
Make them. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. I guess we need a roll call on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist, Heist, Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Okay, that resolution passes. Number 21 is resolution authorizing a 1-year extension of an inactive plenary retail consumption license set to expire on August 1st, 2026 pursuant to that statute.
Make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
I just have one
Dovey?
question. Didn't we already vote on this in May 21st, 26th? We renewed it?
The city clerk is going to explain to you.
Yes, we did renew it. That was the regular renewal, but the state passed new regulations, the ABC, shall I say, that licenses that have not been active in a certain amount of time would expire. They never had that before, and there's really no guidance because it's new. So the state said if you can prove, or if the licensee can prove that they're actively trying to market the license, sell it, you can pass a resolution to extend it for a year. So they did prove, they sent me a realtor agreement that they have been actively trying to sell the license.
Okay. To Did you say did they say to whom? Who they might be actively trying to
No,
sell
I
it
said
to?
it's listed with a realtor and they're
Oh, okay.
actively trying to sell the license.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, do we need a roll call on that, Jackie?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, ayes have it. Number 22, resolution authorizing an agreement with the Jersey Professional Management for temporary acting public works director.
I'll
Is there a
make that motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there questions on the motion? Seeing none, roll call,
I have a
please.
question.
Okay,
No, I have a question.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm out here. It takes a little bit longer for me my voice to get all the way into you guys. $95 an hour for a temporary employee. I don't believe any of our city employees make that much money. And who decided to hire this person? Was this taken to committee prior to this being decided? Because it was on the agenda yesterday or the day before, and Public Works met last night. So I'm a little confused at the
this has been
process
going
if we're a
on-
committee run.
This has been
I'm
going
sorry?
on for a while. This process has been going on for a while with the committee.
Well,
Mr.
I know I
Bowman?
got an email from the man asking to speak to me. I told him when I was available and I never heard from him. Again, I don't know why. I don't know if that's a party thing. I am not sure, but no one, I told him when I was available, never heard from him. So I didn't even have a say in what we needed. However, that's, not the main thing. Where did the $95 come from? That's just totally blows my mind.
Mr. Dovey, you want to explain?
Well, that's not how much, first of all, he's not going to be a direct employee. We're hiring the Jersey Professional Management, and they are providing this gentleman for 3 months for those hours outlined in the resolution and the explanation of that. We're in a bind. We outlined basically Jerry's gone at the end of the month, and we will not have anybody in place with the necessary requirements and certifications and professional standing unless we have somebody in place. So when we met with Jersey Professional Management a couple months ago in the pursuit of a replacement for administrator, one of the issues we brought up was that we would be short a public works supervisor, and he indicated that he would provide somebody, he would attempt to provide somebody. And about a week and a half ago, we met via Zoom with this gentleman, and he has all the experience necessary. He's not looking for. Pardon?
You say we. I'm asking who is we.
The Finance Committee, because it was a part of the larger discussion of the business administrator position, and we recommended it, but we were waiting for the actual contract or proposal, which we just got a couple days ago, and it was put in, and that's when I scheduled a Public Works Committee meeting, and I did meet last night with Mason first, and then Joe around the fire truck arrival, and went over the details.
But where did the $95 come from? Is part of that going to him, and part of this is going to this company who's supplying him? So
Yes.
He's not pocketing $5. So what is his hourly rate?
We don't know. We're not hiring him. We're hiring JPM, and this is the person that's going to do the work for 3 months.
So we're paying JPM $95 to supply this person, And we have no idea how much they're paying this person.
No.
It
In-
is,
in a
it is
nutshell.
not a, it is an all-in number for the $95. So we don't have to pay any benefits or any kind of vacations, holidays, any of that would go into someone's salary. So if, for example, you could hire somebody for $60,000 to do a job, and the benefit package on top of that is probably somewhere between 35 and 40%.
Right,
You're
but
talking,
we're hiring him for 3 days a week, so he would not receive a benefit package. So that doesn't
No.
even come into the mix of this. He's not hired full-time, he's hired between 18 and 25 hours a week. Therefore, he
He's-
wouldn't be entitled to a benefit package.
Well,
Right.
they still have to pay his social security, disability, and all the New Jersey state taxes, okay, which adds up. And I don't know the exact number, but maybe Jody does.
and this is not an apples to apples comparison when you look at it that way. So we have a person for 3 months. We're able to see how this person works, how they interact with our employees, and how they handle the job. And it's a 3-month test, pretty much. And at the end of 3 months, we have options. And one of the options is we can continue to work with JPM with this person being their employee working for us at a reduced rate, not at the $95. That's a starting 3-month program, just to get to know this guy, see how he operates, see what his abilities are. And then we can either continue at a negotiated rate later through JPM, or we can talk to this gentleman about coming to work for us and negotiating his salary at that point. Or we could say, hey, this isn't working out. Have a good life, move on. And then we go in a different direction. So it's
I think the other, Joe, the other important point is we are still have not interviewed candidates for the administrator position. So one of those candidates may have public works experience, and we may not need a public works supervisor, much like the situation we had with Jerry. So
Personally,
we don't know.
that didn't work last time. So personally, I don't even think that should be on the books because that didn't work last time. Hire Jerry to do for both positions. Where's Jerry now? It did work.
I don't think the reasons Jerry is moving on or resigned has anything to do with his ability or a person's ability to manage both positions. So
That's correct. That's true. That's very true.
Jerry, please don't take it wrong. I didn't say you have the ability to do it. I said it didn't work because you are now moving on. They were my words. I didn't say you didn't have the ability.
Okay.
But it wasn't related.
Never know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's like, that's life. Things change. We have a opening there. We need somebody in there. We got to do this. And I have experience with this company, JPM. They pay a lot more in other towns, like $130 an hour. So I think we just need to bite the bullet and do this so that we can continue sweeping the streets and taking care of stuff we got to take care of.
So in September, are we going to reevaluate this?
Oh, yes,
Is it going to
absolutely.
go to the committee, or is it going to finance, or is it going to public works? I mean, I would think it should be public works and then go to finance.
Well,
that could be
the decision to do it is going to be a collective decision between finance, because it's going to relate to who and when we get an administrator, or if we get an administrator in the next few months. So it's going to relate to that. That this is to get us literally through the summer with somebody with supervisory experience, position, knows this gentleman has extensive experience in running public works departments at the municipal level here in South Jersey, large and less than large. He knows what to do. He knows how to manage people, and he is aware of the size of our and the responsibilities of our Public Works Department. He's actually ideal. Except we never know anybody is ideal until it plays out, as you do with every new hire. But on paper and in personality, in the brief time we had to meet him, he fits the bill. We cannot go into the summer without adequate supervision of the Public Works Department.
I agree with you there. I just want to make sure that we go back and reevaluate this and see what we're paying them. And that's why I thought Public Works should have the first say whether he's working or not and whether things are getting done. And do we have specific? Yeah. Do we have
The Public
specific
Works
things we want
Committee
done?
will have that.
And did the members of the Public Works Committee review his resume?
Absolutely.
No,
Yes.
I did not.
So Mason, you didn't get it yesterday?
No, I mean, we talked for 5 minutes about that. But like I said, I'm still on the board about, like, I don't know how we're going to hire somebody that we never met. Like, I don't get that. Like, it just does not make no sense to me. Like, how we're just going to have some company say, oh yeah, this guy fits you, we'll hire him for 3 months. We don't even know what this guy, I mean, did anybody interview this guy? Did anybody talk to this guy? Does anybody know any background on this guy? I mean, I don't know.
Well, whoa. I think you missed the beginning of the conversation. Yes, there was a formal interview with the finance committee, and
Okay,
Rick
I heard that,
happens-
but I'm saying, but he's never,
and Rick,
how come?
excuse me,
I'm
excuse
confused.
me, Rick happens to be on the, he's the
Mason,
chairperson of the department.
you are the only member of the Public Works Department that didn't participate in the interview. It happened during the day when you're unavailable. As I said last night, I will give you an opportunity. You will have the opportunity to meet him soon if this agreement is approved.
And that's one of the issues with council. All meetings are done during the day. So if you're
And there's a
not
reason for
65
that.
or older, you don't get to come to the meetings because you're not retired yet. That's a bunch of BS, in my opinion. Everybody got to talk about Mason because Mason has a job going out to work to support his family. You can shake your head all you want, Rick, but that's the way it works. That's the way it works.
Every Public Works interview for the last ones were all done at night. Now all of a sudden they got to be done in the afternoon.
No, not all of a
In
sudden.
the last 9 years that I've been on council, things went to committee before they went to council. All of a sudden, there's 3 or 4 people making all the decisions, and it's not going to committee. And people need to be aware of that. This is a town run by committees by a council of 9, not by a council of 3 or 4 people. And that's all I have to say, and I will be voting no.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, we have a motion. Did we get a motion on that?
Yeah, I made the motion.
Okay, so
I'll second.
we have the discussion. We need a roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
No.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Only reason I'm voting no is because I never met the guy. I can't hire somebody that I've never met. Sorry.
Okay, what's the vote? Jackie?
Oh, I'm sorry. It passed.
Okay.
It's
2
2
no.
no's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 no's, 6 yeses.
Okay. Okay, that passes. Number 23, resolution authorizing to enter into a contract with Remington and Burnick Engineers for planning and design services for Egg Harbor City I-Bank stormwater improvements. As
I'll
Ryan,
make that motion.
Second.
motion has been made and seconded. Questions? Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist. Heist,
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes. Number 24, resolution authorizing the Egg Harbor City Land Use Board to conduct a preliminary investigation to determine whether block 1001, lot 1, block 609, lots 1 and 7, block 632, lots 1 and 16, block 705, lots 1, 7.02, 8.02, 16, 27.02, and 28.02, or any part thereof, qualifies for designation as an area in need of redevelopment without condemnation pursuant to NJSA 40A 12-86. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Well, where physically are we talking
I'll
here?
second.
Exactly.
It's
Okay, we have a
adjacent.
motion and second. Go ahead, Scott.
So physically, where are we talking here?
Just
This-
below the industrial park.
Okay.
It's the old land. It's lots around the industrial park.
In
that-
between the industrial park and hers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can give you a
And
little.
more.
So this
A
is
little bit more.
this is the extension of the landfill redevelopment for the property that Jeff Dye is working on. That the committee, that council's already authorized. There's additional lots that were incorporated. So the original resolution or the original ordinance had to be amended. A resolution had to be amended to include the additional lots.
Okay, very well.
Any other questions? Okay, roll call, right?
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes. Jackie,
Hesse?
you got to look up so you can shake my head.
okay, Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 25 is the bill list. Motion to pay the bills.
Make the motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Questions on the bills? Roll call.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
and Wright.
Yes.
Bills are paid. Number 26, public comment. Is there anyone in the public wish to be heard? Anyone in the public wish to be heard?
Hi. Yes, me.
Okay, please state your
Hi,
name.
my name is Rhiannon Clark, and I'm actually from Millville, New Jersey. And I'm on the call tonight because I am a member of Sustain SJ, and we, among other things, are interested in responsible land development. And I wanted to just have a conversation tonight, if I could. I had a couple questions for you guys. I wanted to know, I've been on the website, I've seen that you guys, I've read through all of the project outlines on the, the economic development project profiles. And so I wanted to know if there has been any interest or application put through by any tech companies in regards to any data center development?
No, there has not, no.
Okay.
we
And then I was
don't- we
just
don't-
wondering if,
Just so you know, we don't have the land mass for something like that here.
great. So would it be, would there be someone that I could send to an email to with some example ordinances banning data center development, as well as moratoriums if you weren't looking to do something quite as final?
We're actually, we've been discussing the idea of sending this idea of what you're talking about to our land use board for their consideration and getting their feedback before we do any ordinance or resolution to moratorium. So
Okay.
that's been
That's
advised to
excellent.
us by our.
Sure. Would you guys be interested in reading some example ordinances and moratoriums?
We have one from Galloway Township that we're looking at. Thanks.
I'm sorry, from which township?
Galloway Township. Sorry,
Galloway
it's our
Township?
neighboring-
Okay.
our neighboring community, yeah.
If I can just make a suggestion, the ordinance passed in Millville was a very comprehensive, well-written ordinance. And Hamilton Township, Mays Landing, has a great example of a temporary moratorium. If you wanted to put something in place while you guys kind of work through the issue, that would kind of field off any potential legal threat of anything you do being retaliatory if an application were to come in while you guys kind of work through the issue.
Yeah, we're familiar with the Hamilton Township one as well. We're looking at all
Okay,
options.
excellent. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. I will continue to follow along with the land use board as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Anyone else wish to be heard?
Hi, yes. My name is Ramon Mora Jr. I am a Violent resident. I care about what's happening with my neighbors, and I'm also running for Congress. And I say that because I'm here at this town council session right now because people have brought up concerns that projects unfolding in Egg Harbor City, particularly around the redevelopment projects, might become future data center projects.
The data centers. These
was
lots are tiny. These lots are tiny. There's no data center coming to Egg Harbor City. I hate to tell you that.
You have a lot of issues with data centers in Egg Harbor City. One is they don't have the land mass. Two is most of the property that they do have is wetlands and wetlands restricted. And then on top of that, you also have pinelands restrictions. So we are studying the issue. We are going to have the land use board take a look at it to make sure that our master plan is compliant with all the regulations, which would and above that. But I think practically speaking, I think as the council president stated earlier, the practicality of something happening in Egg Harbor Township is very, very limited. But we are reviewing the issue. We understand the concerns of the public.
Yeah. So I understand. I used to drive through and around Egg Harbor City a lot when I went to work at Atlanticare. So I know like the space is tight. These data center, AI data center projects, they will take any space that they can possibly get to help build out their infrastructure. So with that, you know, I would implore you to get ahead of the situation before the situation comes barging through your streets in any capacity. You do not want this type of facility in your town, even if it is a small one. It is facilitating the promotion of job loss in South Jersey, in Carneys Point, not a very big town themselves. They are having a lot of job loss related to AI powered robotics. And that's over in Carneys Point. You know, that's not too far from us, from you guys in Egg Harbor City. The environmental implications, as I'm sure you guys are aware of, with the whole violent controversy, should be alarming enough. But if not, you just have to think about supporting any type of infrastructure for these AI data centers, even if it is a small scale one, is going to cause a massive unemployment crisis in our area as a whole. Right. So I would urge you guys to act expeditiously in implementing either a moratorium, as you said you're aware of, or a ban to prevent what is happening over at Monroe. That way, it doesn't affect you guys and your residents. And in the most densely populated state in America, we really don't need these type of facilities here. And it would give, something like this would give your planning board and your zoning board, your land use board, more teeth. Should an application come in, they have more grounding to reject the application without any type of prejudice. So that's pretty much.
So ultimately, though, it's the council of the city that will decide whether or not one of these things comes in here. Correct? It's up to us, right? I mean,
Sure.
Google can't come in and declare that they're going to build a data center. Right. So I see what you're saying, though, to have something preemptive in place so that when it is rejected, you can have all your dots, dotted, your T's crossed. There's something there before. I don't know the ins and the outs of that, but I can't say that sounds like a bad idea.
Okay. So what is a bad idea though is an application coming through your residents not really wanting it, and then you guys try to implement something after the fact. That's what
That's my point. I think I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
Look, we understand the issue, and I'm actively working on documents to put in front of the board that they'll have a chance to consider. But we are also mindful of, for example, hospital systems have what you would consider a data center inside the hospital system for document storage facilities. So we don't want to be reactionary and do something that would hurt development that the city would like to see. So we're working through different resolutions and different ordinances and different ways to protect the residents and protect the city from a use that wouldn't necessarily be wanted, but mindful that a lot of the ordinances and a lot of the resolutions that I've read are very sloppy and put together not in a good way, which would, if read technically, would ban, for example, a hospital or a doctor's office from opening up with a data center, or a law office, for example, with server rooms, which would be considered a data center. So we hear you. We heard the other lady as well. I can tell you that we are actively working on this, and we're being mindful in how we craft it so to meet all the objectives and the goals.
And I appreciate that, Christopher. I was actually at the Mays Landing council meeting when they were talking about that same point for their moratorium. Just to push back on that a little bit, there is a clear distinction between data center and AI data centers. Furthermore, even if you have a ban on the books, every business technically has the legal right to come to city council, the planning board, and ask for a variance, at which point you could go ahead and grant that variance for regular data centers as well. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that there was an absolute distinction between the AI data centers that are affecting and people are rallying against, and data centers that nobody really has had a problem with up to this point. So there is a distinction.
We appreciate you coming on and voicing your opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, man. Yep.
Anyone else wish to be heard? Seeing none, we will go to the mayor for a final comment.
I don't really have anything to add other than what I already said, but I did want to be clear. I think I switched the playground location. The playground with the shade structure is definitely Buffalo Avenue Kaboom Playground. But everybody enjoy your holiday.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Wright.
Move on.
He's not on.
I got nothing.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Timbers?
I just want to wish everyone a happy 4th.
Thank you. And Mr. Sen?
Yeah, just happy 4th, everyone. I'll be in West Virginia on a motorcycle ride, so I'll be thinking about all of you while I'm taking in the beautiful state of West Virginia. So
Well, be safe out there, all right?
Yeah, hey, my
Man,
rule
don't
is
worry about me.
I ride as if I assume I'm invisible.
Yeah.
So I'll be okay. Thank you. Happy 4th.
All right, thank you. Miss Hesse? Mrs. Hesse?
For all of you who will not be in West Virginia and be in Egg Harbor City, I hear they will be ringing the bell 13 times for our 13 colonies. Is this correct? And I'm not sure what time it was. Was it 3?
It's Kim. Hold on.
3:50 or 3:55?
2:30, 2 o'clock. I forget.
I can't hear you, Lisa. You're muted.
2. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
2:50 p.m. for the 250 years.
Okay.
And the church, we have three churches, I believe, maybe 4 in the fire department that's going to participate, and certainly the residents are able to participate if they'd like. If you have a bell at home, you want to go out and ring it. So it's 13 times at 2:50 on the 4th of July.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
And happy 4th of July to everyone. That's all I
Thank you.
have.
Thank you. Mrs. Heist?
Just happy 4th of July to everyone. Enjoy your holiday and be safe.
Thank you. Mrs. Galloway?
Same. Happy 4th.
Mr. Dovey?
Happy 4th to everyone. I also want to thank Jerry for his service over the last year and a half. Appreciate it. A lot of things were accomplished. Wish you the best in the future, and we'll meet up again, I'm sure.
Thank you.
There is a upcoming meeting. It's during the day, Monday, with the AC Way. Their collection contracts with the city for yard waste collection, trash collection, and recycling. There are 3 separate contracts, are up at the end of August. At their request, they want to meet with the finance committee and Jody on Monday. So at I think it's 1 o'clock, we're meeting at City Hall, and they're going to go over their proposed contract going forward.
The 29th? This 29th?
29th.
What time?
29th. So anybody who wants to make it, they're welcome to come, but we can't have more than 3.
4. You can have 4. Okay. Anything else? Anything else, Rick?
No, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. I'm the one left. I have to say that I haven't made it a secret that I was a supporter of Jerry and his time with us, and the things that he's done with us over the last year and a half. I think we've made a lot of progress in a lot of areas. And I remember from day one at the highway garage when we walked in there and we had a snowstorm bearing down on us, and Jerry went right to work. And I appreciated that back then, and I've appreciated a lot of the things that he's done since then. And I, for one, am going to miss you, Jerry. I thank you for the time that you've been here.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best in what you do in the future.
I'll be back. You know about the DEP stuff, so I'll be back.
Good.
And can I just chime in too? Thank you, Jerry. The few times that I've called on you for things I've noticed around town, especially that tree removal out of the stream on Burger Street. Anyway, thank you, and best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
I would
Thank
also like to say something, Joe, if that's all right.
Go
Jerry,
ahead.
thank you. It was nice working with you. And yes,
Thank
we
you.
got a lot done in code. And
Thank you.
thank you for everything that you did up until we had to stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jerry, is there any comments you have?
No, I'll send a final email to staff. And I'll copy all of council. Yeah.
Well, again, appreciate your time
Thanks.
here, and wish you the best.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, like that.
We are adjourned.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, Irene.